My husband said he could easily plan a family vacation in one afternoon. I let him. We ended up at the wrong airport with winter coats in Mexico. I was at the kitchen table building the itinerary for our summer trip. Spreadsheet open, 14 tabs. Ridley walked past, glanced at my screen, and said the sentence that changed everything. You overcomplicate this stuff. I could plan a whole trip in one afternoon. I closed the laptop. I smiled. I slid it across the table. Go ahead. Full control. Flights, hotel, packing, activities. I won't say a single word. He grabbed it like a man who'd just been handed the keys to a race car he'd never driven. 5 days in Cancun, done by dinner. He was done by dinner. I said nothing. I asked nothing. I checked nothing. I let the man cook. The cooking began to burn on day one. We arrived at the airport, the 4 of us, 2 kids, 4 suitcases. Ridley walked confidently to the check-in counter. The woman scanned his confirmation. She looked up. Sir, this is the domestic terminal. Your flight to Cancun departs from the international terminal. The international terminal is 45 minutes away, in traffic, which it was. We missed the flight. Ridley paid $800 in same-day change fees to rebook us on a flight the next morning. I stood next to him at the counter holding my coffee. I took a long sip. I said nothing. We spent the night at an airport hotel that smelled like chlorine and regret. The kids thought it was an adventure. I let them. Day 2. We landed in Cancun. Ridley had booked through a third-party discount site. The kind that shows you photos from 2016 and descriptions written by someone who has never visited the property. The ocean view suite he'd selected had been discontinued 2 years ago. We were given a standard double room on the ground floor. The view was the hotel's service entrance where delivery trucks idled at 6 a.m. Then we opened the suitcases. Ridley had packed winter coats for Cancun in August, 2 fleece jackets, a puffer vest, and a wool scarf for Mexico in a heat index of 105 degrees. He'd also packed our 12-year-old Ezra's shirts in our 7-year-old Mabel's bag. Mabel spent 2 days swimming in her brother's oversized t-shirts like a very small, very confused tourist. I said nothing. I unpacked my own bag, which I had quietly packed myself because I'm not insane, and went to the pool. Day 3. Ridley proudly woke everyone at 7 a.m. for a snorkeling excursion he booked. He marched us to the dock. He showed the guide his phone. The guide looked at the screen, looked at Ridley, looked at the screen again. Sir, your reservation was for yesterday. Yesterday, when we were at an airport hotel because someone booked us into the domestic terminal. Non-refundable. $220 gone. I didn't say I told you so. I walked back to the beach, ordered a margarita, opened my book, and read for 3 uninterrupted hours. It was the most relaxing morning of my life. The snorkeling failure was the best thing that happened to me on that trip. Day 4. Ridley tried to redeem himself by booking a sunset catamaran cruise. He got the time right. He got the date right. He booked it at a marina 30 minutes from our hotel. He did not arrange transportation. We took a $45 taxi each way. The cruise was beautiful. The $90 in taxi fare was not. Day 5. We flew home. Landed at midnight. Ridley had parked in short term assuming 5 days. We were gone 6 because of the missed flight. Total parking, $228. When we got to the lot, he couldn't find the car. We wandered the garage with 4 suitcases and 2 half-asleep children for 20 minutes until Mabel spotted it by the dent in the bumper. We took a $90 taxi home instead. He came back for the car the next day. Total overspend on Ridley's easy trip, $2,340. Change fees, lost excursion, taxis, parking, and emergency swimwear I had to buy at the resort gift shop because he packed wool. The taxi home was quiet. The kids were asleep. Ridley stared out the window for a long time. Then he said, quietly, to the window more than to me, "How do you do this every year without everything falling apart?" I looked at him. By spending more than one afternoon on it. He reached into his pocket, pulled out his credit card, and held it out to me. "You're in charge forever." I took it. I put it in my purse. I always was. You just finally saw what it costs. He hasn't said the word overcomplicate since.